The next one is the layers in the neural network architecture. This is a three types of layer into the layer neural network architecture. The first one is an input layer, hidden layers, and then output layers. Here that the input layer is the where the network is received the input data. Here the each input neurons in the layers to correspondent to the futures in the input data. The hidden layer is the perform the most of the computational having heavy lifting. The neural network can have the one or multiple hidden layers. The each layer is consist of the units that means neurons that transform the inputs into the something that the following output layer can be used. The output layer is the final layer to produce the output of the model. The format of this output is the varies the depend on the specific task. That is for examples of the classification and regression. It is the one of the most important of the supervised machine learning algorithms. And then working of the neural networks. The working of the neural networks, it is the three parts of the neural networks to work. The first one is the forward propagation, and second one is the back propagation, and fourth one is the iteration. Okay, the forward propagation is uh, the data of input to be the network. It passes through the uh, network in the forward direction from the input layer through the hidden layer to the output layer. This process is known as the forward propagations. Here the happens of during these phases of the two phases in the forward propagations. The first one is the linear transformation and second one is the activation. The first of all, the linear transformation is the each neuron is in the layer to receive the input, which are the multiplied by the weights and associated with the connections. These products are summed together to uh, and the basis is the added to the sum. This can be to represented by the mathematically we have to using the z equal to w1 and x1 plus w2 x2 plus up to plus wn plus xn plus b, where the w is represent the weight, then x is the represent by the x is to represent by the input and b is the biases. Then activation, the activation is the result of the linear transformation. It is denotes the z. Okay, z then it is the passed through the activation of functions. The activation function is the curical because it is the introduce the non-linearity into the systems. It is the enabling the network to learn the more complex patterns. To popular the activation functions it's include the ReLU and sigmoid and tanh. Okay, then the back propagation. The back propagation is the after forward propagation, the network to evaluate the performance to using into a loss of functions which measures the difference between the actual output uh, and the predicted output. Okay, the goal of the training to minimize this loss is where the propagation comes into the play. It is the play into the three calculations method. The one is the loss calculation, and second one is the gradient calculations, and third one is the weight update. The first one is the loss calculation is to calculate the loss of network which provide the measure of the error in the predictions. The loss functions could vary a common choose or the mean square to error for the regression tasks or the cross entropy loss for the classification. The second one is then the gradient calculation. It is to compute the gradient of the loss functions with respect to each weights and bias in the network. This is to involve the applying the chain rule of the calculus to find the how much each parts of the output error can be attributed to the weights and biases. Okay, the weight update is the last one of the back propagations. It is the once the gradient are calculated, the weight and biases are updated using the optimization of algorithm to like the stochastic uh, stochastics to gradient to uh, uh, descent the weights are adjusted in the opposite direction of the gradient of the minimize the losses. The size of the steps to take and the each update the determining the learning of the rate. The next one is the iteration. The iteration is the process of the forward propagation, last calculation, back propagations and weight update is to repeated by the iterations over the data set. The over time this iterative process to reduce the loss and the network predictions become an accurate. Okay. Truth. Then thank you.